CD Projekt Red's Witcher 3 has just over a month until release, and we have just been shown the introduction to the game. IGN were given the first look and a chance to upload the first 15 minutes of the Witcher 3 game. My name is Stalli111 and let's look into the 15 minutes of gameplay and see what we can take away from it. Also, later on in the video I will be talking about the newly announced Season Pass for The Witcher 3. So, we start off with Geralt awakening from a bad dream, possibly about Yennefer at Kaer Morhen. The two Witchers then discuss their travels to find Yennefer, whom was supposed to meet them in Willoughby. This plan was changed as the war had reached the town and forced it into the ground. Yennefer's whereabouts are unknown, but that is what the Witchers are going to find out. They guess that she'll be around 2 days travel ahead of them. They are then ambushed by ghouls, which is introductory combat for the player. A fairly easy fight for Geralt, but it shows some of the Witcher's abilities and the new combat system to us. After the fight, Vasimir hurries Geralt along to go onto the nearest town before more of the foul creatures show up to attack them. They both then ride atop their horses on their new course. They then start discussing the war and how there's still hope that Radovid can come to his senses and go through with his promise. Later on we see the two Witchers stumble across a broken cart, which has something eating the horse, whilst the rider is crying for help underneath it. As they get off their horses, it is revealed to us that it is a griffin eating the horse. The griffin finally notices them and flies up to come down for a couple of fairly unsuccessful swoops or attacks, and then decides to leave off with the horse for its dinner someplace else. The man arises from the cart, offering coin to the Witchers for saving his life, but only is able to give them aid in a local bed for later that night. During this conversation we discover that more and more people have come to the conclusion of Witchers being heartless and greedy, only in it for the money. The Witchers go to White Orchard, showing off some of the distant fields and woods, which is looking beautiful. The map is this good looking and is still 20% bigger than the likes of the whole of Skyrim's map. Vesemir then goes into the tavern whilst Geralt checks out the notice board for any quests, showing us that there will be questing boards for the NPCs to put some quests for adventurers like the Witchers to complete for some money in return. We are then shown more of the fast travel system as the player points out to us different points that you can fast travel to. We are then shown the player fast travelling from Wosung Bridge to the Crossroads. But in the map we can also see a few different fast travel points, establishing if you travel on foot or horse quite a bit, you will be able to return to many places in almost an instant from any fast travel point. We are then shown some of the devastation from the current war, which is raging on through Temeria, with masses of corpses lying on the ground, some burnt, some rotting. It's not a pretty sight. We are then introduced to a monster nest, which was before an unknown location on the map, anchoring that the player will be able to hunt down the nests of certain monsters in The Witcher 3. During this fight, the player shows off Geralt's slowing down of time ability, which extremely increases Geralt's chance of winning the fight, being able to pinpoint the slash of your sword, which could possibly chop off your foe's head. Sadly, the player dies even with this advantage, and we see the death screen, which allows the loading of the latest autosave. This time the player goes to another unknown location, which is a bandit camp with some gold, confirming that there will be treasure hoarding bandits within the game, dotted around the map. Geralt then slays them and raids their inventory and chest. He then goes off to fight some wolves who are nearby a building full of more bandits. Nothing new within this segment is shown. So, within the 15 minutes, quite a lot happens, with a few things introduced to a few members of the audience, and more of the combat system is shown off to us. It's quite nice to know how the game is going to start off. I will be doing our first impressions video for the actual game once it comes out, so stay tuned for that, and I might even be able to give away a copy of The Witcher 3 to you guys, so fingers crossed. So the Season Pass was actually revealed as I was writing this script. That was convenient, I guess. The Season Pass, or Expansion Pass for The Witcher 3, will contain at least 2 major DLCs. More may be announced at a later date. The two are the Hearts of Stone DLC and the Blood and Wine DLC. Hearts of Stone will take Geralt on an all-new 10-hour plus adventure into the wilds of No Man's Land, and the nooks and alleys of Oxenfurt, where he'll try to complete a contract from the mysterious man of glass. Caught in a thick tangle of deceit, Geralt will need all of his cunning and strength to solve the mystery and emerge unscathed. Blood and Wine is a 20-hour plus tale that will introduce the all-new in-game region of Toussaint, which will take Geralt to a land untainted by war, where an atmosphere of carefree indulgence and nightly ritual masks an ancient bloody secret. The upcoming expansions will offer gamers new adventures, gear and foes, and will feature characters both new and dearly missed. CD Projekt Red have also came out to say that you should be sure you are wanting to pay for this now, as you won't be able to play it till the release, which will be later this and next year. Hearts of Stone will premiere in October, while Blood and Wine is slated for the release in the first quarter of 2016. If you have any questions or noticed anything that I missed, please do tell me in a comment below. And I really hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you on another. My name is Stalli111, and make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you've not done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace off.